I'm your morning witch, and today is Friday, April 11th. Happy Friday. Okay, so yesterday I got a little personal, spilled my own tea. And as much as I keep trying to not share this message that the universe is like, no, you got to share this with people, and I'm like, it's a little too personal, but hey, I spilled my own tea yesterday, so okay, since I was so messy yesterday with spilling my own tea, I had to clean up the messiness around my mascara. Like, who can put mascara on without having to clean up? I need to know. Can you do it? Can you do it without needing to, like, clean up where you get mascara on your eyes? Okay, so, last week or the week before, I shared with you guys, like, the Formless Beauty Jenny McCarthy, all natural, kind of like non-toxic makeup line, right? And I make most of my own body products, and they're all natural, and they're therefore non-toxic, because I researched to make sure that any of the oils I'm using on my skin are okay for like my body. Because look, if you put it on your skin, it's in your bloodstream, 100%. That's why I don't dye my hair anymore, because you're putting dye right here. But anyway, okay, so here's where it gets personal. Like, I had to get a little ways in. Like, if you're gonna get my personal shit, you're gonna watch the whole video, you know? Anyway, I use all natural stuff as much as I can. Like, the only stuff I don't make is my own soap and my own shampoo conditioner. And I'm getting there. I'll get there. I will. You gotta build up comfort levels, right? And has anybody else ever seen that episode of Tales from the Crypt where the girl makes the soap out of her husband and then she uses it? Yeah, so because of that Tales from the Crypt episode, the idea of making my own soap, even though I use body wash, not soap, so it's probably a little bit different, is still scary because of pop culture and seeing that episode of Tales from the Crypt, like 100%. So anyway, I use like all this all natural stuff, like in my hair, I just put coconut oil, right? So that like my body has less to worry about filtering through. That's more of a recent thing. And here's why. So I don't use a whole lot of artificial perfumes and stuff. How to say this? So your body tells you things. The body has messages, right? So like your perspiration, the way it smells, it actually can tell you about your health, okay? If you have a sweet smell emitting from you, that usually means like you need to, there's a health thing associated with that. I cannot remember it right now, but I think it has to do with diabetes. It doesn't affect me personally, so that is not something that I retained when I was looking into a certain thing, which is where it gets personal. Okay, so I do use all natural stuff, and about 3 or so years ago, I stopped wearing deodorant, maybe a little bit longer ago. I don't wear deodorant anymore, and like, you know how you get those weird dark pores going on in your pits because it's full of the stuff that's left over from your deodorant? I don't have that anymore. It's completely cleared up. I don't get acne in my armpits or lesions in my armpits like I used to when I used deodorant. So like, definitely be good for me. And the way my perspiration smells changed, because when you're using all these artificial things, it affects your body differently, right? So your body doesn't do what it would normally do. So now that I don't wear deodorant and haven't for years, like, I don't have like that, oh my God, you smell like a pizza that was left out in the sun for 5 weeks, kind of body odor smell. Like we've all smelled somebody that smells like that. It's just like this natural odor, right? It's just how I smell plus my essential oils that I wear until the odor from those wears off, you know what I mean? And it's just like the way I smell. And about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago, I started thinking that my perspiration had like a bleachy kind of smell. And I was like, well, that's weird. Maybe I've gotten so good at ridding all the stuff from my life that my body's just like expelling any of those chemicals or something. Anyway, I decided to Google it one day. My family, we have, in our family, A lot of the people on my dad's side of the family actually have passed away because of a disease called polycystic kidney disease. And it is a kidney disease. And when I looked up what a bleach smell in perspiration. Okay, so this is why, like, I actually didn't want to do this. And universe was like, other people need to know, so you just have to. So when I Googled it, it said that smell in your perspiration is a very early sign of kidney disease. And, you know, I'm not surprised. My dad has it, my cousin has it, my uncles and my grandfather passed away because of it. So I'm not surprised. I'm 41, so it's probably earlier than, like, anybody else has ever exhibited signs, except probably not, and that's why universe wants me to share the message. So the earliest signs of kidney disease in the body are generally odors that the body emits that let you know there's a problem. But in our society, if you have odors coming from your body, it's offensive. So you try to cover them up with artificial perfumes and breath mints and things like that. Because additionally, an early sign of kidney disease is an ammonia smell from the mouth. But we see this as signs of gingivitis or gum disease or just bad breath, and it's unpleasant for other people. So we put on another spritz of body spray, or we put in some breath mints. But then we miss the signs that our body is giving us. And so we can't act early. Now I can, unlike my family members, because they don't live a natural life, and those who passed away didn't. And there's no fault to them. That's the society we live in. Our society wants us to work until we die and pay for our health instead of just be healthy. So I'm fortunate that I don't use a lot of artificial products, and I was able to identify these very early stages so that I can do something about it very, very early on. And the message that universe wants everybody to have is that this artificial life, it may seem easier, but it's not easier. It's really bad for us. That's why these things can sneak up on you. That's why you can find out you have stage 3 or stage 4 of a disease when you initially find out about the disease, and that disease only has 4 or 5 stages. You know, you're like almost to the end, and you're just starting treatment because you don't know the signs from your body. Because we're living this artificial life where we pop a Tylenol, or we spray a little body spray on, or we pop a breath mint. And it's really bad for us, and that's what universe wanted me to talk about, even though it's kind of hard for me, so I'm sorry. I'm still dealing. I never got tested to see if I was a carrier because I didn't want to know, I didn't want to know I had an expiration date, so to speak. So